So today I have the solution to two common problems that fragrance enthusiasts face. One of which being affordability, budgeting, right? A lot of fragrances out there are very expensive, and that's not even taking into consideration niche fragrances. That's a whole different subset. But even designers themselves, once you start to get past that $50, $60 range, up into the $100 range or so, things get real expensive real quick, and it starts to add up big time. And that can be solved by cheap fragrances, affordable ones. We've got 7 of them here. That solves one problem. The other problem is trying to figure out when you can wear each specific fragrance. A lot of guys don't want to think about that. They don't really care. They just want to have a product that they can pick up, spray on, and head out the door. Some of us have fun kind of planning things out. Sometimes I like to do that as well. Try to plan out what fragrance I want to wear to this certain event or for this day or whatever. But sometimes you don't want to deal with it. Sometimes you just want to grab and go. So we have 7 affordable fragrances that are no-brainers. They're dumb reaches. They're versatile. They're super easy to wear. You don't have to think twice about wearing these, and you don't have to think twice about picking these up either. All around the $30 range and below. We have one as low as $15 and or $13 at the end of this video. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Yes, $13 if you get a tester. That's insane, and it's good too. Now, of course, the caveat is these are only cheap or affordable at discounters. If you were to track these down at retailers, they're not going to be cheap. So you will find links to each and every one of these down below. I bought most of these from FragranceNet down below. And also, very important, the 35% off link is down there as well. Sometimes if you just go to their website and start shopping, they'll just have the 25% off. The prices are going to be all skewed. So by hitting that link that's in all of my videos, it automatically always applies the current, up-to-date, best discount. Even if they bring back the 37% off, that'll apply that automatically as well. So you're always going to be set up there. Bookmark that link, save it, somehow just go back to it whenever you want to make a purchase. You can save a ton of money. Let's dive into these. So first up we have Roberto Cavalli Uomo Silver Essence. This is a 50 ml bottle coming in at around $30. So 100 ml would be a little bit more money if you can get it, I think mid 40s, but this is enough for me. Tonka bean, iris, violet leaf, and cardamom. That's an interesting note breakdown, especially given the affordability aspect of this one. It's unique, it's different, and it smells great. So, man, that is nice. You get the smooth creaminess from the iris or the orris root, and that's within combination of the tonka bean also giving off this powdery sweetness. There's this touch of a spicy cardamom up top, just a little bit, and then this fresh balance coming from the violet leaf. That almost gives off a very slight ozonic, semi-watery texture that's hidden in the base. That's not really at the forefront. The forefront for me is that tonka bean, the iris, that sort of thing. It smells heavenly. Next up we have one that is no stranger to the community at all, but I wanted to throw it in there just because I know people are going to like to hear about this one. Halloween Man X, around the $33, $35 range. Whiskey, coffee, tonka bean, that sort of thing. It smells nice, man. Really, really nice. Quality here is also solid for the price. The performance is good. It has great compliment factor. That's one of the main reasons why this one gets hyped up. For me, it's more whiskey tonka bean with hints of like a roasted coffee. It's not straight up coffee all the way for me, but there is a little bit in there. It's just a nice blend, a nice mix of a whole bunch of goodness going on here. It's very versatile, especially in cooler weather in general. It doesn't have to be winter, it doesn't have to be fall. If it's cool outside and you're comfortable with it, you can wear it. So I mean, realistically, you could wear this one as soon as fall is starting out, you know, end of September, early October, depending on where you are, and wear it all the way until May, you know, beginning of May when it's maybe still a bit cold outside, again, depending on where you live. Sometimes here it's still a little bit chilly. So that's a good chunk of the year that you can wear this stuff. And at $35, that goes a long way. Next up, we have Baldessarini Ambre Eau de Toilette. Amber, red apple, leather, oak, and vanilla. Very nice note breakdown. Another one that is about $30, I believe, on FragranceNet last time I looked, in that range anyway. It smells nice, really good scent. It's one that, as soon as I saw it, looked up the notes, I knew it was going to be a good one. At least I was hoping for it. The notes look great. And it is. Now, again, this is a budget-friendly scent. It's not going to be a super coveted, high-quality amber, leather, vanilla fragrance that you would find on the niche side or high-end designer. Nothing like that. But at this price point, you would be hard-pressed to find something else like this one. So you get some woods from here. It's the oak and vanilla mixing. It gives this like oak barrels type of smell, a little bit of a fruity apple up top, a little bit of leather coming through, although not very strong at all. More of like a kind of a supporting texture note. And then of course, a nice smooth amber. All in all, at this price point, this one smells really good. It's another one that's very versatile. If it's cold outside or cool outside, it can be pulled off. And look, realistically, with any fragrance, you could wear it anytime, even in the dead of summer. People do have preferences though, so it's important for you to follow your preferences, what you prefer. And I would say a lot of people would view this as a cooler weather scent. So starting from fall all the way into, early, mid, late spring, wherever you are, you can pull it off. And again, at this price point, it's hard to say no to. So up next, we have a fragrance that I used to talk about a good amount on the channel, and then it just kind of started to fall off. Started to discover, talk about, and focus on different things. But, I was looking through my stuff, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to bring this one back and talk about it because it's not really talked about all that much. From Calvin Klein, it's Eternity Eau de Parfum. Lavender, cypress, sage, and apple. That's a pretty pathetic looking bottle. No, I did not wear all of it. This was decanted out a good while ago. But yeah, you can obviously tell where the coloration comes from, definitely not the bottle. So when you're looking at it in pictures, it is the fragrance juice liquid itself that is colored, and that's what it looks like, a nice dark green. When the bottle is full, it looks really cool. Then it starts to kind of look generic and lame and goofy when it's about, 95% empty. It's aromatic. I mean, you heard the notes there. A lot of aromatic, herbal, just kind of woodsy based notes in a way. This essentially is like an aromatic fougere version of the original Eternity, which was already kind of a aromatic fougere a little bit. It still had that Calvin Klein smell, just, kind of semi-generic, almost cookie cutter style of scent, like bare bones aromatic fougere. This one is really a nice revamp of that one. It does bring it back to life. It kind of modernizes it in a way and just focuses more on some depth behind it. Like, this has a surprising amount of punch, of oomph behind it. I mean, when you spray it up in the air and you smell it, it does have some stuff going on that you maybe wouldn't expect. Now, it's not quite as dirt cheap as the original Eternity, but it is still cheap, still affordable. It can be had on FragranceNet. Now, it may be a little bit more expensive than some of the others. It's been a while since I've checked the price, but I know it's going to be affordable. It's an Eternity fragrance. You may even be able to find it at the rack stores if you're into that sort of thing. Really nice scent, though. A little bit more mature compared to all the others in this list, which is nice, gives you some variety. Up next, a fragrance from Azzaro. This one is Solarissimo Marmettima. Solarissimo Marmettima. I nailed it on the first try this time. Last time I talked about this fragrance, that literally took me, I think, 5 or 6 times. That was frustrating. I had to do a double take. I'm like, did I really just do that right? I'm pretty sure I did. Obviously, pronunciation could be off, knowing me, but that looks about right. Lemon, sea notes, cedarwood, citron. It's a freshie. Freshie, kind of aquatic in a way, citrusy, bright, mild hints of woods in here, but it's not a woody scent by any means. It's very clean, very refreshing. Has this interesting kind of opening, this kind of sour bite up top, something that it pops off with. Not really sure what that is. It's not like the lemon or anything like that. It's just, I don't know, kind of a mix of whatever else is going on here that gives it this kind of tart opening, which is enjoyable. It's one that you don't really hear a whole bunch about, but it is pleasant. It is nice. Now, it's not going to be a performance monster. It's not going to be an ultra high quality, super mind-blowing fragrance, all things considered, but it is pleasant at about $20. It's definitely not one of the best from Azzaro. There are fragrances from them that have much more character. A lot of other fragrances in this video probably have a lot more character. In fact, I know they do. However, if you're not caring about that, if you just want to be fresh and clean and just smell nice, at least be one step above not wearing anything at all, this is the type of thing you can go for. Not everyone wants to be somewhat daring. Not everyone wants to be super expressive with their scents. You know, Halloween Man X, Roberto Cavalli, Uomo Silver Essence, even the Baldessarini, you know, they have more character that will maybe get you a bit more attention in terms of people being more intrigued to talk to you. You know, something like this just smells clean, and you're probably less likely to be approached if you just smell like you walked out of the shower and, you know, you just are clean, right? So that's kind of what this one is for. Very versatile, very cheap. Spray it on. If you don't like it, donate it, throw it away, let it collect dust. I don't know, but I don't think it's too bad. Next, a fragrance that is also very affordable, but done by a mastermind perfumer here. This one from Ferragamo is Acqua Essenziale Blue. This one had Alberto Marias behind it, so he has done some fragrances that end up falling in this more affordable range, but a lot of them, you know, are going to be the Acqua di Gios, the Givenchy Pies, and just a whole bunch of other stuff that typically will be mid-range and above. So it's cool that you can get something here that is a bit more affordable. Lavender, tonka bean, ambroxan, lemon, cypriol. It's their take on a blue fragrance, but it's done in a bit of a different way. It doesn't smell like any other blue scent, Dylan Blue, Sauvage, Atlantique, none of those. It has its own character. So in general, if blue fragrances are not appealing to you, then this probably still won't be, because it still follows that you know, design, that character. But if you are a fan of blue fragrances in general, and you want probably one of the cheapest ones out there on discounters, this is a nice option. It's got good performance. The quality is impressive, like incredibly good at this price point. The compliment factor is great. Everything about this one is really, really nice. Very, very versatile. Year-round scent easily if you wanted to. And last up, we have that $13 fragrance, $13 to $15. Now, it's $15 if you splurge for full presentation at the time of this video. It's $12.99 if you get a tester. I went the tester route. I was really trying to watch my pennies here on this one. From Nikos, this one is Sculpture Uomo. So yeah, there you go, $13. And you can see it says Demonstration right at the bottom. Maybe you can see it, maybe not. But yeah, obviously this is a tester. If that's gonna bother you, spend an extra $2 to have that removed. I mean, the presentation is great. Nice, you know, super high quality cap. Who am I kidding? Who cares about the presentation? It's almost $10 freaking. The smell, it smells nice. It really does. It's not atrocious. That is a pleasant scent. Orange blossom, lemon, tonka bean, benzoin are some of the notes. Surprising, right? There's some depth. The benzoin you do pick up on, gives it a dusty, powdery, kind of vanilla character, although it's not a vanilla, it's more of a fresher powderiness. Tonka bean also lending to that. The lemon giving it a fresh pop. The orange blossom giving it a slight floral touch. It smells nice. Not mind-blowing. Not super exciting. But for $13, come on. I mean, look, this is the type of thing that you just throw in your cart. I mean, because why not? If you're on FragranceNet and you have a cart put together of, you know, $59 is free shipping. Let's say you got $100 in there. You are picking up some things here. Maybe you're picking up some other stuff, and you know you're about ready to check out. For an extra $13, you can get something like this. And I've said this before with other stuff, but this is the type of thing that you kind of see last minute. It's super cheap. You throw it in there and you forget about it because you really didn't care to check it out anyway. You were just curious. And then when you're opening up your package, you're like, ooh, I got something for free. And you remembered you paid $13. It's a little surprise for you. So it's cool how that works out. You know, you're probably not going to go to FragranceNet and buy this by itself. $13. The shipping will almost cost that much. So, and plus tax, just throw it in next time you're out and about. When you're picking up some of the cheapies here, throw it in. That's all I have to say. That's what I did last time I placed an order. Just throw it in. Alrighty guys, there you have it. That is 7 cheap fragrances that are no-brainers. They're no-brainers to pick them up at discounters and buy them because they're so affordable and they're great. No-brainers to pick it up and wear them out either. You just don't have to think about these. Grab and go, smell great. That's the name of the game. Remember, these will all be linked up down below along with the FragranceNet 35% off link, which is always applying the current up-to-date thing. 35 off code %. You get what I'm saying. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.